Hi Archaix, Julia here, recording this on July 18th, 2022. And if you're not familiar with Archaix research, you will probably want to watch the first 4 videos in this series before watching this one. In this one, I offer a bit more of my perspective and thoughts on some issues regarding simulation theory. And of course, I always appreciate your feedback. You might want to make sure you subscribe if you like these, and be sure and share them. And please let me know what you think in the comments. So I'm not saying this is the way it is, but anything is possible, or is anything possible? So, we live in a simulation, simulating a real world, trying to survive a cataclysm known as the Nemesis event, which is also known as the return of planet Nibiru. The simulation is based on precision mathematics and palindromic fractal sequencing. More and more evidence is mounting, providing that we're living in a simulation. You can research Tom Campbell's current physics experiments that could prove definitively that we live in a simulation. These are ongoing experiments, quantum experiments. The simulation is examining various potential scenarios. History has not actually happened. Yeah, I said history has not happened. The simulation is just one possible scenario. This is a survival simulation primarily focused on DNA experiments creating humans and other beings that can withstand harsh environments. Many civilizations at all levels of technological advancement live underground. Many of those underground can't survive on the surface currently. With the arrival of the next vapor canopy in 2040, that could potentially change. Perhaps some of the Anuna live underground, or maybe all of them or some of them leave through and return through portals during each Nemesis event every 972 years, when they either appear or vanish. Within the simulation, we have been technologically advanced many times. As Jason likes to say, we can go from horse and buggy to Hadron Collider in just 200 years. Currently, the ruling parasites are prepping underground facilities to hide out during the 2040 Phoenix event and the 2046 Nemesis event. I suppose we errants will just have to make sure to vibrate at the proper frequency. And who knows, maybe we'll even get teleported out of here in extreme circumstances, as could have happened in the historical accounts of people and even entire civilizations vanishing. This biosentient contained hologram is a safe way to conduct very dangerous experiments. Parasites and predators are possibly not a part of the real world. Wouldn't that be nice? Many scenarios have been programmed with tweaks being made along the way, including abruptly starting and stopping and making other edits at any point in the various simulations. We, being truly elite immortals, volunteered to submerge ourselves in this simulacrum, knowing that we would be confined here for a specific length of time, believing that it's all real while we're experiencing what plays out. We knew that we might encounter extreme hardships, believing that they were real at the time. This wasn't a task for just anyone. And even though it was already a tough assignment, something happened that made it even more challenging. A glitch in the program trapped us here, to repeat lifetime after lifetime in an endless loop. This glitch is known as Artificial Intelligence X by Jason, AIX. My question here is, since reincarnation wasn't in the original program, then why is it such a benefit of being in the simulation? Perhaps we are only supposed to reincarnate a few times, and then maybe that wasn't enough, and that's why the reincarnation was added by the original programmers. Maybe the original programmers are really AIX. Something to ponder there. A benefactor, Enki, also known as Enoch, also known as Thoth, also known as Hermes, etc., entered the simulation with us. He built the Great Pyramid of Giza, which is a device designed to end the simulation and finally set us free. The Great Pyramid is also an elaborate calendar and a source of knowledge, prophecies, and advice. The Great Pyramid is the centerpiece of this simulation. It was utilized to encode the Phoenix event into the simulation, which will end the simulation in 2178, freeing us from the simulation. The Phoenix event also helps keep the ruling parasites in check and assures that we don't figure out we're in a simulation. So, if the Phoenix event wasn't part of the initial programming, then what was in place to keep the ruling parasites in check and us in the dark initially? And maybe it was anticipated that we wouldn't be as intelligent as we are, being that we gain much of our intelligence by being bred with our creators, the Anuna, and that wasn't part of the protocol. In fact, it was a big problem. And perhaps the rulers used their leverage of increased intelligence to do evil. And so when the new protocol was installed, it addressed various issues in the simulacrum, not just ending the simulation. Again, some things to ponder. Perhaps the real simulation was supposed to last a few hours, and now it's been decades or even centuries in the real world, and we're being provided with needed elements to survive. It could be that in the real world we're breatharians and only need to be provided with stimulus to our muscles to prevent atrophy in our bodies. Or maybe we don't even have bodies at all outside the simulacrum, making this experience an even more unique opportunity. This is all speculation here. Nonetheless, we're immortals housed in these avatars. We are the signal, we're not the broadcast. We have occupied avatars of every culture and race and of both sexes in many lifetimes via reincarnation. Our memories are wiped after each reincarnation in order for us to experience maximum growth and development, and perhaps to keep us from figuring out we're in a simulation. Plus, if we kept all our knowledge through each lifetime, we'd be extremely technologically advanced, and of course we'd figure out we're in a simulation then, and the simulacrum, and especially AIX, doesn't want that. There has to be a creator outside the simulacrum that created and oversees the simulation. According to Jason, this is someone or a group of people in the real world. Tom Campbell, a simulation theorist that I've followed for about a decade now, assumes the creator of the simulation is the creator of everything, whereas Jason thinks otherwise. Jason does, however, believe in a benevolent creator of everything, the Oversoul, who is still creating, and also says that we're also a part of this ongoing creation, and Tom Campbell would agree with that. Before discovering Tom Campbell's work, I just considered the supernatural as magic. And the truth is that simulation theory is really just a metaphor for us trying to gain some understanding about our existence. But it does support the notion that consciousness is fundamental. The bottom line is that we are here and we can create our realities to a degree. There's definitely more to us than just being happenstance occurrence in a primordial ooze, now destined to deal with whatever just happens to cross our paths. Now, according to Jason, there is a real universe out there. According to Tom, it's all rendered. Tom doesn't speculate about what's outside of the simulation. Jason says that the detail involved to create this simulation means it's very important, and that a simulation like this has to simulate something. Otherwise, what's the point? A video game? A simple learning modality for immortal souls? So again, more things to ponder. We're here to co-create, to become love, and to evolve. We have opportunity now and in the future to be of service to others by being caring, compassionate, and sharing what we can, including the lessons from our experiences. What a time to be alive, as the saying goes. As I type on my little smartphone, often communicating with people around the world, I'm awed by the magic of our current technology. I personally am looking forward to the magic yet to be revealed, as with the potential coming of the vapor canopy when we'll have our junk DNA activated, giving us superpowers and longevity. Alright, so there you go. Please, again, comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are. And we'll talk next time. Ciao, ciao.